All right, welcome everyone. Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Ascendance of a Bookworm. The OVA.
The OVA, yeah. Because this is something we need to do. And it took us a really, really long time to get to it. We're sorry.
Yeah, sorry
it's
about
been
that,
crazy.
y'all. This has just been a cool show that's given us a lot to get into, and the idea that there's bonus stuff that's actually like canon and relevant. Oh yeah,
awesome.
Give it to us. One of the best things about this show is how immersive the world is. So if there's any like stuff to flesh that out, that they were like, we'll add it in later, or maybe it'll be an odd kind of release setup. Yeah, we'll check it out. We'll check it out. So I'm guessing this is going to be something about like introducing some town characters or someone that's integral to the orphan subplot.
Possibly. Given that it took us a long time to get to this, I feel like I have a bit of a sense of what it's going to be, and I feel like it's going to be a Lutz episode because that feels like it makes sense because their paths diverged, and so now what's he up to while she's in the church?
Yeah, because in season 1 he was really like
he was there the whole time
for most of the stuff that she was going through there outside of the family. But yeah, let's see. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. You did it! Ah! Well, you haven't really been focusing on that too much.
Oh. Oh.
Fun. We're going to focus on how the high priest
came
learns
into all his
about
info.
her.
Yeah.
That's putting it lightly. And the idea of then procuring outside the church help in this regard is rather fun, too. Okay, so it aired pretty much alongside everything to do with season 2, given that it's got the same opening.
Right. Wait, hang on.
Oh, this is the first opening.
Yeah.
I must be out of it. How did I think this was...
I have an excuse. We didn't mention it in the intro, but I'm actually recovering from being super sick, y'all, so that's my excuse.
That's your excuse. I have no excuse. All right. Eustace.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I mean, all the names have a German kind of...
It just would have been funny if it was Justice.
Focus on it here.
You blend right in.
You are definitely infiltrating well. Oh my gosh. We stand a short king, though. Oh my god, they all are like, no, not your outsiders.
Also, I love that the clothes they gave them still seem like not fully blend in clothes.
Right, that's true.
Oh,
that's your typical mission?
Watch
you just
out
stepped
for that
in
first
materials.
step. It's a doozy. They're split up.
Yeah, just went alone.
Okay.
He's more... or less, I would say, gonna do better solo, because he looks less intimidating.
You're
gonna loiter? Yep.
Nice.
Bro's got a martial stance. He's like, I'm about to... It's a greeting, clearly, but he's also like...
Oh, are you going to purchase something?
Oh my god. The voice acting changed with the...
the things up his nose. Oh god, a fake mustache.
Doesn't look that bad, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Except for your perfect skin, you know, you definitely look
Right,
old.
exactly. So where are the wrinkles there?
All the commoners look alike is what he just implied there.
Well, I just love the idea of from one undercover cop to another.
Yes.
You look perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, but most people won't care about a person walking along the street. Yeah, you still don't know your place.
Shoot,
I'm not
my
anyone
cover.
suspicious. Just inquiring after a small child.
Right. That's very specific.
Damn.
But my disguise was
obvious.
perfect.
Amazing.
Stranger danger.
They start attacking him with the sticks, you know?
Right.
What's it to you? Oh, it's amazing. And kids are like, old people all look the same.
Right. Now, tell us about your skincare routine.
That definitely wasn't her. Yeah, get wrecked. Tootie's like, no, I see your thing here. I see your, I see your game, old man. I'm gonna follow you now.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids have advantage to all stealth rolls. Oh my god.
Gosh. That is amazing.
That's too funny.
Incredible. And it's
Some
actually
Looney Tunes ass shit.
Right. And like one of the few things she could carry that would do something like that because bread is so light.
Bro, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, that's gonna really go well.
It's gonna go so well.
Actually, tailing him while drinking, that's cool. We're gonna connect that to when he was watching in the tavern that one time.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog.
Okay, just break in. Yeah, that's a great idea. They used magic or something? How'd they get in? Dope.
Okay.
Fun little use of magic there.
Ah, yes.
Or it's just a trained bird, you know? It looked like it was, solid for a second there, but maybe that's just a lack of animation. Yeah, this book.
The coincidence.
She said the sweet fragrance of ink? Yeah, more info. What? Those are big gold pieces, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bro dropped. That merchant's like, honey, we're going!
Serious dosh, yeah. That's the kind of thing where I would expect it to be like a... And then he ties it to a string that has a box leaning over it and like...
The situation is blah, 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 blah. Oh, yes, I understand. What did you do? Ah.
コリンナさんが私の晴れ着や髪飾りを見たいんだ。
Okay, okay.
コリンナ様にお見せするようなものじゃ。
So we haven't seen her in a while, so this will be kind of cool.
じゃあお断りしておくよ。
断るのは。
No.
じゃあどうすれば？
Well. Oh, jeez.
Don't hurt yourself.
なさい、まだ行くって決めたわけじゃないのよ。
でも断ったりしないでしょ？しないよね。
What?
どうすればいいの？
What's the issue?
なんて挨拶すればいいかしら。
Ah, the etiquette and the whole
Gotcha.
the whole class-based society side of things, maybe.
Right,
Yeah.
it's the, yes, we're definitely going to do this, but how do we do this?
はじめまして、お招きありがとうございます。
楽しみにしていました。
はじめまして、お招きありがとうございます。
Yes, yes, practice, practice.
With the smile.
いらっしゃい、マインちゃん。ようこそ、マインちゃんのお母様とお姉様、コリンナです。
こんにちは、コリンナさん。
どうぞ入ってください。
失礼します。
Mechanically.
Yeah, yeah.
walk in.
二人とも緊張しすぎ。
Oh. Oh.
Just a paradise.
私も楽しみにしていたの。こちらで待っていてくださいな。お茶を用意させますから。
I'll have some tea prepared. Yeah, that's definitely a
Uh-huh.
very different world.
素敵。
Goodness.
から縫い直すより簡単なんですよ。
大きすぎたり長すぎたりする部分をつまんだり、ひだを寄せたりして直したんです。母さんが。
Yeah.
中身飾り、初めて見たわ。
大きい方の白い花は私が作ったの。
そう、とても綺麗にできてるわ。ルーリー。
ありがとうございます。
この髪飾り、私の工房で注文を。
Right, right.
Sweet.
So now this is all the groundwork for how this ended up
次第で
happening.
すね。
Yeah.
Right.
ちょっと前
Now I have been taught by your brother.
後で収入源なので、ほいほい許可は出せません。どうしても作りたいというなら、権利を買っていただかないと、こちらとしては困ります。
Otherwise, this is called negotiating.
母さんは黙ってて。
Damn!
今大事な話しているの。
Silence! I am
You
negotiating.
haven't been in the room when I've been doing my thing.
兄さんとお話ししてくださいな。
わかりました。
And they're gonna be like, mine, what was that? Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through it immediately.
Okay.
アインの母のエーファです。娘がいつもお世話になっています。
ベンド様。
This is accenting also the way in which mine didn't know a lot of the cultural stuff because she's from another world.
Oh,
But
sure.
why she probably seemed so odd to everybody else coming in there.
販売の権利が欲しいそうなんです。ベンノさん、いくらで買っていただ
How
けます
much?
か？
We'll offer a competitive
Nice.
rate.
Yeah. She's like, sounds like I have a bidding war on my hands.
これでどうだ。
こんな金額では売り
Oh,
ませ
you're
ん。
kidding me.
フリーダに売る方が良さそうですね。
Wow.
おい、
Hey!
ライン工房で作ったものは
Don't make me raise my voice to you. He's so scary.
Yeah,
たものはですよね。レシピは含まれてませんよ。
exactly.
この手は私には通じませんよ、ベンノさん。
Still being respectful. Benno, son.
Yeah.
His name is so fun to say. Benno.
Yeah.
Because you can like Benno, you know?
Yeah.
長引きそうだから。
Yeah, let's go have more tea.
This
and
could
cakes,
take a bit.
yes.
あの兄さんと商売の話ができるなんて。初めて見ました。あんなマイン。
すぐ熱を出すし、家ではあんまり役に立たないのに。
Yeah, so to see her popping off like this.
商売の話はあの二人に任せて、私たちはお裁縫の話をしましょうか。
You just hear 5 like echo through the floor, you know? Like,
母様のところで教えてもらえますか？
技術も大事だけど。
yeah, in a third person omniscient light novel or manga situation, this stuff makes sense to have in it.
Right.
But yeah, potentially for an anime adaptation, I could see it getting cut.
お張り込み習いをして、いつかコリンナ様みたいに素敵な服を作りたいって思っているんです。
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
お前、可愛げがなくなったぞ。
それもこれもベンノさん。
This is the monster that you created.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And I'm proud.
よく弁の兄さんからそれだけ読み取ったわね。
コリンナさんの工房で一年中独占販売するって。
For a year.
For a year.
Oh.
Fantastic.
I don't want to tell you. It's gonna make you freak out. Yeah, uh-huh.
適正価格だし、言えなくはないけど言いたくない。
It's about a shitload.
It's like 500 times what Dad makes in a year. You know?
Right, right.
マイン、教えて。
And then she whispers it to her.
金貨1枚と。
Oh! Oh!
ちょっと待って。今金貨って言っ
Yeah, Kinko. Yeah.
てに聞こえるけど、権利の譲渡として考えると適正価格だからね。ベンノさんじゃあるまいし。ぼったくりなんて私
Yeah. I'm not a horrible person or anything. I'm just doing wheeling and dealing, you know?
Yep.
赤ちゃんの誕生祝いができそうです。
Oh my god. No wonder Benno was pissed.
Ava's drinking with her husband that night, just like, and then she said, 1 large gold. He's like, no, and 7 small gold. He's like, what am I even doing?
Wait.
Like,
Large gold, small gold, wait.
those exist?
Yeah.
You guys are getting paid? Like,
Right.
もっと他の人の外伝も見てみたい
side
です。
stories, yes!
それは私も願っていることだ。
But animation is expensive. Yes, pray to the animation gods.
Right.
人がどの神に祈っているのか知らぬが、再び時の女神ドレファングは
Oh, Drefganur.
神に祈りを。
神に祈りを。
Amazing.
Okay, that was
we got a
fun.
nice little sweet mini set of stories here.
Yep.
The Eustace and Eckhart one was probably like more engaging in terms of the potential stuff that was going on and being set up here.
Sure.
Given that we have our high priest here being able to acquire assets from outside the church to do what he needs to do, just reminds us that yes, he is a noble.
Right.
I mean, he is a son of a noble, but at the very least, he's got influence, he's got ability and power.
I was wondering if they were gonna have like a joke at the end where it's like, all right, cool, and the money that I gave you as funds for for while you're on this job. There's extra, right? I have a cool book.
Found a book and they only sold it for 3 small gold coins or 3 large gold coins.
It happens to be a book that mine also had interest in. Okay, that's neat, but like
You spent all that money?
yeah.
I liked that we saw a very clear distinction, and the story really leans into this, of the different classes of society within this world.
Yes.
And it's not just from noble to commoners, it's nobles to rich commoners to not so rich commoners.
Exactly.
And having the story focus so much on the ways in which they're so alienated from each other that it might as well be like an intruder coming into your home and being like,
exactly.
hey, what are you doing here?
There
Like,
doesn't
you
need
really
to have
shouldn't
been like
be
a
here.
bunch of communication beforehand of like, hey, don't, if somebody comes asking, don't tell them anything. No, it's just, you are so blatantly not from around here, you just seem suspicious.
Well, yeah, you're also inquiring in a way that shows that you really have no interest at all in anything to do with our well-being.
Nope.
So at the very best, you're just kind of off-putting to them.
Right.
But at worst, you could be
You're
like
an enemy.
You could be like an enemy coming in trying to like take a child.
Oh, yeah.
And it is important to remind ourselves that we have the situation with Delia just casually ongoing here. And that was her desire to do that.
And the head, the head priest has mentioned this, but Benno has also mentioned this, the whole idea of kidnappers are out there, right? Like that is an active, like, danger that they are already consciously thinking of, completely separate from the, oh, hey, we need to get information, you know, right? So
Fucking love Lutz's mom just being like, nah, farmer shouldn't be in here. Get your farmer ass out of here before I beat you with my bag.
Yeah, like, exactly.
I loved that so much. She immediately was just like, yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, she basically said, if you get stabbed, that's on you. Don't, if people think you're a thief, don't come like getting upset at me. I loved that.
It was something where, like, since it took us a long time to get to this OVA, there was a part of me that was all, wondering, like, okay, so what's it going to be about, right? And then it's like, oh, we're going to tell the story of the two spies. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because that was always kind of a thing of, like, the head priest has influence and power, right?
We saw the one guy kind of following around, like, people and stuff and watching.
But the fact that we didn't see it in detail kind of was one of the things that helped build that up, right? It just happens, right? Because he's nobility. Miracles happen on his whim. But then we actually meet these two doofuses, and it's like...
It's Dumb and Dumber.
It's Dumb and Dumber. It's like, yes, this definitely needed to be in an OVA, because if it was in the main story, it would have completely undercut the tension that the notion of their existence presented,
Oh, it completely would have. This is something that is very silly, very comical, and... while it literally had the Looney Tunes-esque enormous food to block someone's view kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing, by the way. I love that joke. It does not fit in the tone of the story that we're telling. And so in a medium that is visual versus potentially like a light novel or something like that, because I believe this has a light novel and manga.
Yeah, I think it was originally a light novel, and then it gets popular, so a manga gets made.
Right, classic. But it definitely seems like the kind of thing where you could bring out a little bit more nuance in the realm of the mind, the theater of the mind, if you will, for these characters on the written page. But once you kind of commit it to the art and stuff, they seem really stupid and really dumb. But hey, maybe that's the commentary, is that they feel like they're on a secret mission, and everyone is like, who are the people walking around in clean blue clothes?
Right.
Think they are. Yeah. It's the, why is he the king? Well, he hasn't got shit all over him,
Exactly.
It's like...
Right.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that's...
You perfumed before you walked out here.
Right. Like, even the commoner clothes that they get, like, if you look at the clothes that they have here, and then the clothes that everyone else around them has, and then the commoner clothes that they leave in, those are still nice clothes. They basically are just like, oh, we're now super rich commoners. Right? That's basically what they ended up going with.
They look like Benno and,
yeah, exactly.
And company, and Mark and stuff.
And they're like, yes, this will make us blend in, right?
Right.
Like, it's, no. You got to go a couple stratospheres down, right? And even after he reaches, all right, I'm going to be an old farmer by myself. His moisturizer is fantastic. Nobody asks about the lack of wrinkles.
He only really gets headway with the kids.
Which I
love that even Turi is like, no, we're not going to tell you any more than that.
Yeah,
that's it.
I almost wanted there to be a joke where, like, they leave, or, he leaves, and then she's just like, could you follow him? Like,
yeah, tell me where he goes. I want to know what he eats tonight.
Right, like,
I want to know where he sleeps.
This absolutely felt like it could have gone, not that it would have done this for the story as a whole.
Way sillier,
right?
Yes.
But in the, like, they go out on a spy mission, and they end up just giving out a bunch of information. They end up getting spied on, and all that stuff, because they're so obvious.
Yeah, that would be if we devoted the whole episode to it and it was a comedy.
Right.
But we ended up devoting the rest of the episode, the second half, primarily to showing, in a lot of ways, why mine stands out so much even to the commoners. And this is a really fun... This is a really fun kind of thing that I feel like was kind of lost a little bit in the story outside of just Benno constantly screaming at mine like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But having the parents or Turi basically seeing the way that she acts in the world of commerce and mercantile stuff.
Right.
And getting to have that little bit of it here, even though it's horrifically slowly paced, very much fits more the OVA kind of set up and things. it was nice to see it.
It gave me additional appreciation for how well the show is able to keep tension when a lot of the things that are being kept tension about are like very
innocuous.
Yeah, very innocuous, right? It's like, oh, you make a trade deal. Cool, right?
Did you get 1 gold?
Or one gold and
one large
seven,
gold and seven silver?
Seven small gold. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so, but the idea of the arc that Lutz had in season 1 of being like, no, what you're doing is not normal, that is something that anyone would clue in on if they spent enough time around Mine when she's doing all these things.
Yeah.
The only reason her family didn't have that is because, 1, they were just really glad that, she was okay, but 2, they didn't go with her on, for those trade negotiations.
Nope.
I love that
they had their own lives.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I love that the mom starts to basically
have an existential panic attack.
Right, but also basically tell Mine hey, you're interacting with a business person. You need to be polite and everything. You're a child, right? Don't basically disrespect, not only your better but your elder, right? And she's like, no, mom, shut up.
Yeah.
Right? It's
yeah.
I'm in business mode.
Best singular moment of the episode as far as the story goes, but it was just fun to see from a holistic standpoint. The fact that these 2 side stories do have a cohesive singular theme of the way in which Mine doesn't fit this world. She doesn't fit not just from a literal, she's an isekai, protagonist, but she doesn't fit from within the society at multiple levels. And she stands out to all people in all those levels.
Right.
And it's fun because no one is ever going to expect that she's an isekai protagonist, and that's the reason why. But they are going to grasp at straws to come up with the reasons why. And I like that so far, what it's been is, well, she's obsessed with books. And that motivates her to do crazy things.
Sure.
So, yeah, we can just throw that question of 1, why is she so intelligent? Why does she learn all these things so quickly? Yeah, reality is stranger than fiction,
Right. You don't get the sorts of things that Lutz had where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I've interacted with you before, so I know it wasn't before this point, right, where it gets real sketch. Whereas for them, that might just be like, okay, she's a genius, she's 7 or whatever. Yeah, she's just been like that forever. Okay,
Right.
stranger
And
things
the parents
have
are
happened,
too happy to basically
care
about the difference, honestly. And I love that that's kind of the fun thing here is that because the hierarchy of needs that are being dealt with here at the different levels of society, in terms of basic survival, you don't care about those, personal idiosyncrasies of your daughter.
Well, and then when you go into the business side of things, great, they're making money, right?
They don't care then either.
They do not care.
But the fun thing is that this potentially setups that if you go far enough up the ladder rung with regards to magic, with regards to nobility and all that, then those side of things start to become like, well, we're made of time. We have nothing to do but count our money.
We have people that are active enemies of Mine, and so
they're going to be looking her as a
stuff.
Potential threat and someone that they would then focus in on those things as
use whatever they can
to find weaknesses. So cool. Now learn a little bit about this world and got to see doofuses bungle about and got to see Mine tell her mom to shut up, which was
That was pretty funny.
That's worth 20 minutes. So there you go. But
Yep.
y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access. There you can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.